Morning everyone, my name is Kartavya Bhyana and I'm a software developer in Canada. So this video is like all about my journey as an international student in Canada to a software developer in Canada. So I came in Canada in about August 2023. I enrolled in Langara College, that's in Vancouver, British Columbia. I enrolled for fall 2023 intake and I enrolled in a PG diploma course which is specifically in web and mobile app design and development. Before that, from India, I have completed my bachelor's in computer science. Then I did some job as a software developer in India for like almost 2 years, mostly in front end, but little bit in back end. But you can say so like 80% front end and 20% back end. So basically I almost already know about how web development and all the stuff works, but I'm pretty new to design and app development. That's why I decided to pursue my education in this particular course here in Canada. So after in September 2023, I was new in Canada. I don't know much about this country, how things work, the culture of Canada, how Canadian people work, behave, like all this kind of thing. Then I decided to find a job. Most of the students here in Canada, which are like international student, they do some part-time work, and then with the part-time work they'll pursue their studies and all that stuff, because we have to manage our expenses, our monthly expenses, our rent and all that stuff. So I decided to find a job, but um, then I was unable to find a job. Then I decided to do some freelance work, because as I already told, I have few years of experience from India, and in India I have experience for working as a freelancer for US healthcare department. So I did freelance for like 3-4 months for the US department. So I have like that confidence in my in myself that I can do freelancing for Canadian clients. But the thing is, I'm pretty new to Canada. I don't know how things work, so I just started to observing people, how things work, and then I did some couple of freelance gigs in web development, also in app development. Even though I don't know app development, but if you're a software developer like more than 2 years of experience, then the language is just like, language is not a barrier for you to learn some particular thing. It's just about logic. If you're good in web development, or just say anything, then you can do like anything. I did WordPress development as well. So I did freelancing for some times, first of all like for some months, and then freelance work is like you have to find a new client every month and stuff like that. Then with the freelance work I started doing part-time work as well, part-time work at a place here in Vancouver. Then I managed to do it at like at max 20 hours a week, even though I can do more than 20 hours. But the thing is, I have to focus on my studies. So from semester 2 I realized that the market is not that good in Canada, which is used to be in 2020 or like before COVID. So the thing is, most of the students, most of my seniors who just graduated from the same degree that I am pursuing at that time, they didn't land any job, and they just converted their part-time work at some store to the full-time work, which is good, but like they're not doing the work in their field. So with that said, I decided to take some action. Even though my classmates and all that stuff, they are not taking any action to find a job, because in Canada things are pretty different. In my country, when we graduated, most of the colleges, the company came into your college as like campus placement. They'll provide you uh, they'll provide you jobs and interviews. For sure, interviews for sure. Jobs are like, if you are capable to crack the interviews and all that stuff, then you'll get a job. Otherwise, interviews like for sure for most of the companies, because in India companies do mass hiring. In Canada it's like totally different. Companies don't come to your college, even if your college is number one in Canada or stuff like that. You have to apply to the companies. Then I realized, okay, the interview process is not simple as I just imagined before coming to Canada. So I started attending networking events, because networking event is the only way which I can meet and spoke with the industry people who are in the industry, and they can just tell me, okay, how did they get job, so that I can follow like similar kind of thing to grab a job. So I attend couple of networking events. I discuss the jobs and the pathway for like to get a job in Canada with my instructor, with my instructor assistant. They guided me. I tried to start doing data structures and algorithms when I was in my I just started in semester 3. I'm doing like the DSA daily for 2 hours. I did for 3-4 months. Then I graduated last year in December 2024. Then by November, I think it's the right time to apply for job, because it's just like I just 1 month away from graduating from my college, and I'm maintaining a good GPA as well. So I started applying for companies, more than 300 companies, no reply, no nothing. Then I realized that okay, there is something missing in my resume. I'm not selling myself, because I have to sell myself to the company in that way that I am skilled to get a job in software development. I have to show them, okay, if there are some languages that your company is using and I'm not familiar with it, then but still I can do it for you, because I have the logical mindset. I have built systems. I have lead teams in college, and I have like be a team lead and project manager when I was in school. So, and I also I'm doing freelancing, which is like I'm a developer, marketer, and all that manager kind of stuff. So I just have to convince in my resume to the company that I am the person that they're looking for, because there are less jobs in the market, that is true, but there are only 0 jobs in the market, that is not true. If my mindset is like, if there are only 2 jobs in the market, only 2 job vacancy, then I'm gonna crack either one of them. But if there is 0, then okay, I know that I'm doing nothing, because there is like 0 jobs in the market, and I can't do anything for that. So I just update my resume. I asked for my seniors or my instructors to review my resume. They have structured my resume very well when I was in school. Then I have my resume. I graduated from college. Still, I didn't get any single interview. The chance of failure is one, because there is only chance of failure when I do some interview prep or stuff like that. But there is no interview I'm getting it from any company. Then still I didn't lose my hope. I keep motivating myself, upskilling myself, learn the skills apart from my college curriculum, like DevOps, more into backend, learning new languages, building new systems, building new small side projects, side gigs. And I built my portfolio. I improved my GitHub profile. I'm gonna share all the links in the description for my portfolio and all that stuff. Then after applying for like more than 450 companies, I cold email one company. They just replied back to me. I did some interview rounds and I cracked that company. And my destiny is like so good. Once I cracked that company, after 2 days I get interview call from another company, because as I told you, I have applied for more than 450 companies. So some company in like one company in 450, they just reach out to me that we are gonna schedule an interview, and luckily I cracked that company as well. I did 3 interview rounds and I am able to crack that company, and I decided to join that company because that company is like pretty big, and also the pay, the salary is like better than the first company, because it just took me like 7 days. I joined the company, and after 7 days I get another offer from another company. As I'm in probation, I can leave the company, but still I just gave them 1 week notice and they accepted my resignation, and then I joined another company. And then I realized, man, it's not an easy thing to get a job in Canada. I like, if you want to come to Canada, you're totally welcome. But if you have that mindset that you have to be smart than other people, if other people is having like 100 points, you have to be like 101. If there are like very less jobs, you have to be that smart guy who is able to crack job. Because even if in your country, wherever you're watching this video from, maybe from India, maybe from Brazil, the things are pretty different. But in Canada, the things are like pretty much different from my home country specifically. I'm from India. So with all these things, I am able to crack a job, and it's been like more than yeah, it's almost 6 months that I'm working with a company as a software developer, and I am living a good life right now. Life, like, I upgraded myself. I shifted to a different house, and I bought couple of things that I want to buy, and yeah, all the things are going good. And most probably in the future, I'm gonna make couple of videos related to resume writing, cold email, and cold reach out, networking events, all that stuff. So if I know that this video is like having very less reach because I have very less subscriber on my this channel, but if you are interested in some topics which I just said before, you can just um, backward like to 10 seconds, and then you can see which topic like interest you, so that I can make the video on that topic. If just one single person comment in this video, then I'm gonna make video on that things. Otherwise, I'm gonna follow a pattern that I decided to create the series of video in a particular manner. So that's all about my journey in very brief term. In very brief, that's all about it. I'm gonna see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.